Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting to a personal finance classic.
That's right, Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Exactly. And our plan is to kind of unpack the main ideas based on, a fresh look at the book. It's all built around this central idea, this contrast between two father figures.
Right, two dads with completely different ways of looking at money, at wealth. And what makes Rich Dad, Poor Dad so powerful, I think, isn't just the finance tips. It's more about shifting your whole mindset.
Your internal operating system for money, almost.
Yeah, exactly that. It's about changing how you think about it all. Kiyosaki uses these stories, really compelling stories, to show some simple but actually quite profound lessons.
Lessons about what? Financial education?
Financial education, yes, and also critically about being willing to, take calculated risks, how that can lead to wealth. It does make you curious, doesn't it? What exactly did these two dads teach? What were the differences?
Definitely. And maybe the first big lesson, the one he really hammers home, is redefining assets and liabilities.
Oh, absolutely fundamental.
He's super direct about it. An asset, he says, puts money into your pocket,
And a liability.
takes it out. Simple as that.
But it's not quite that simple in practice, is it? Because he challenges traditional definitions.
Right. He's not just saying, oh, owning a house is an asset. He stresses income-generating assets.
Things like rental properties, maybe dividend stocks, or, crucially, a business you own that makes money.
Yeah. And he contrasts that really sharply with, say, consumer goods, cars, even your own home. If it's not making you money, he might call that a liability.
And that's a huge point. It forces you to look at where your money is actually going. Are you buying things that build wealth or things that just drain it?
That's a good way to put it. Drain it.
The book basically argues many people sort of unknowingly pile up these liabilities.
Instead of focusing on acquiring assets that pay them.
Exactly. And this connects to the bigger idea, doesn't it? That the rich really focus on understanding how money works. It's not just about earning a salary.
Which brings us to that famous concept he talks about, the rat race.
Ah, yes, the rat race.
He argues it's often because of a gap in, well, our regular schooling, a lack of real financial smarts.
True. Schools teach us a lot, but maybe not enough practical stuff about investing, budgeting, understanding taxes, that kind of thing.
And that knowledge gap keeps people stuck, right, in that cycle.
That's the idea. The rat race isn't just working hard. It's being trapped because your income depends totally on your job. And often when you earn more, you just spend more. So you're still dependent, still need that paycheck.
Right. No real freedom built up.
So the core message there is pretty profound. Stop just working for money. Learn how to make money work for you.
Which means moving away from just thinking like an employee
Right. Trading your time for a wage.
towards thinking more like an entrepreneur. Is that the idea?
Yeah, sort of entrepreneurial thinking,
Pretty
creating or investing in systems, in assets that generate income, whether you're actively working at that moment or not. Independent income.
Okay, so if that's the goal, making money work for you, what does Kiyosaki say we should do?
Well, he's pretty bold about it. He encourages, starting businesses, investing in different things,
Real estate, stocks.
stuff like that, yeah. Thinking creatively to get multiple income streams going. Building your own financial engine, basically.
Instead of just being part of someone else's machine.
Precisely. Which leads to another really interesting point he makes about fear.
Fear. How does that fit in?
Well, he talks about how fear of losing money, fear of failure, and this desire for, job security often stop people.
Stops them from taking the risks needed to actually build wealth.
Exactly. His view is that overcoming that fear, learning from your mistakes even, is absolutely essential for financial growth.
So seeking job security might actually be riskier in the long run.
That's his argument, yeah.
Yeah.
Riskier than taking, calculated, informed risks in business or investing. It's a different way of looking at risk.
Okay, so let's try and pull this together for everyone listening. What's the big takeaway here? It seems the core message from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is really about mindset, isn't it? Building wealth starts there.
It absolutely does.
It's about valuing financial education, being willing to take strategic risks, rather than just focusing on earning that paycheck.
And understanding that crucial difference between assets that feed you and liabilities that drain you.
Plus, embracing that entrepreneurial way of thinking.
Right. So if we accept that idea, the rich make money work for them, maybe the question for us is, okay, what's one practical thing?
One step you could take.
Yeah, one step you could take, maybe starting today, to shift your focus just a little bit, away from only the paycheck, towards building some kind of asset. And maybe also, for you listening, just reflect for a second. Think about your own relationship with fear and risk when it comes to money.
How much are those feelings driving your choices?
It's a powerful question to ask yourself.
Well, hopefully this deep dive has given you some things to think about, some new perspectives maybe. Carry these insights with you and, continue your own exploration, your own deep dive into financial thinking.